Hello and welcome to another episode the first episode of NXT's Hit or Miss. This week, NXT opens with highlights from last week. Becky Lynch is walking back into NXT. Becky Lynch and NXT. This is going to get a hit because it's Becky Lynch and NXT. Our opening contest is Elijah Dragunov, and he defeats Wesley. This was a good match, very entertaining, to determine the number one contender for Carmelo Hayes' NXT Championship. I enjoyed it. This is going to get a hit. And then we have Tiffany Stratton arriving to the show. Tiffany Stratton's a hell of a talent, as the main event proved. This is going to get a good hit. This is going to hit. A recap of what Braun done. Presented very well with NXT's way of doing things. Gets a hit. Now I have Baron Corbin out. And he addresses the NXT universe. He calls out Braun Breaker. And the way Baron Corbin's going, it's like he's like shocked at what's happened here. What Braun done to Von Wagner. This is going to get a miss. I don't like that 1 minute Corbin's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have done that. It was wrong to do that, sort of thing. And then he just completely flips and does a 180 and it's like, oh yeah, that was the best thing in the world. Like, no. I was solely believing that Baron Corbin had turned a new leaf here and saw errors of his ways to get some miss. Then we have but the Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin segment did break down, and now we have a match of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin at No Mercy. No Mercy will be up on my website in the next couple of days. Getting back into things. Team Dempsey versus Team Jensen. Team Dempsey defeated them. Not really keen on this match and the way it finished, which is why I'm going to give it a miss. Didn't like how Team Jensen was the ones that was giving this guy a chance, and Maya was just completely done. Again, he just flipped, and he saved the woman that was out there with him from getting caved in, but then he turned on the team that he was with, the team that gave him a chance. If someone gives you a chance, you don't stab them in the back. Then we have the Chase U and JC Jane segment. Gotta get a miss. I don't see why JC Jane and Thea Hale are working together unless they're building something else. I don't know. At the moment, it's looking like they're going to be a team. Don't like that idea. Thea Hale's a hell of a talent. JC Jane's a hell of a talent. Thea Hale could be the face of the women's division if she's not made to turn heel. So, gonna get a miss. Then we have Lyra Valkyrie defeating Dana Brooke. Lyra Valkyrie, hell of a talent, incredible athlete. Good at what she does. It's gonna get a hit. Dana Brooke almost trying to attack her after the match. It was funny because she was stopped. And then we come to the women's breakout tournament, as what's his face off of the 2K game says. It's what it is. Going to serve some purpose. Going to get some new women on the show. Give it a hit. I like it. Then we have Dom and Carmella backstage, like the champions. And we also have a match booked up for next week, and it's Dom versus Carmelo Hayes. Gonna get a hit. Can't wait to see this match. It's the North American champion versus the NXT champion. Gonna be a good one. Becky Lynch is back on NXT doing a backstage interview. Give it a hit. Becky Lynch on NXT, like I said, all day. Tyler Bate defeated Axiom. Give it a hit. I like Tyler Bate. Axiom's entrance, I think we can give that a hit as well, because it's like a blur, to be fair. And I'm confused by it. Like, it's just a blur. Axiom's just like a blur. It's like he's there, you see him, but it's like mad. Give it a hit. Then we have the Creed brothers defeating Blade and Enofee. I'm going to give this a miss. I knew that the Creed brothers were going to win. They're the Creed brothers. They're not going to have them lose to guys that aren't really as known yet. So about that. And then we have Nathan Fraser versus defeating Akira Tozawa. Giving it a miss. I don't see why Tozawa's in this tournament, but he is. I think he's just there to take pinfalls. Nathan Fraser's a good talent, don't get me wrong, but Raw proved that Tozawa's not gonna be anything special, even in this tournament. That's why it gets a miss. And then we come to the main event of the evening, which is Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton. And obviously, Becky Lynch won, the NXT Women's Champion. So now Becky Lynch joins the elite class of Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Bayley at holding the NXT Women's Champion, the Women's Tag Team Champions, and both main roster champions. Which makes her a Grand Slam and a Grand Slam Women's Champion at the minute. This is going to get hit. Like I said, I'm all for Becky Lynch on NXT. She's a hell of a talent. She's incredible at what she does. And it's going to only put over the NXT Women's division. It's like with Dom. He's a North American champion. Whoever takes that belt off him is going to have the biggest push after. Because Dom is such a hated villain that you've got to give it to someone that you want to push as a face, the top face. And Becky Lynch is such a major star that whoever wins that title off of her is going to be pushed as a major star. So, all in all, NXT this week gets a hit. Well done, NXT. Keep up the good work.